What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Kabuto, Kabutops, the shellfish Pokemon. This is the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. And this is what we get out of it. We get a Kabuto, and a Kabutops Kabuto evolves in the Kabutops at level 40. Let's go and go over the stats of this Pokemon, but before I do, I want to make a declaration. So when I was a kid, I used to think this Pokemon was some kind of bug type, whether it's rock bug or water bug. I always thought it was a bug type, so let me know what you think about that. Could this have been a bug type if they wanted it to be? It kind of looks like, and it looks a little bit better when I go over look at the Kabutops, make some argument. It looks like it could be like a way prehistoric version of Scyther or something like that, with its size as arms and things like that. And over time its head got smaller and it grew some wings. And just over real evolution, like over time evolution, like, you know, to survive, not like a Pokemon evolution. But let me know what you think about that statement, because I always thought that as a kid, and I've always had that debate with some of my friends that Kabutops could have been, and Kabuto could have been bug types. So let me know. So, HP is 30, attack is 80, defense is 90, special is 45, and speed is 55. So, stats aren't too bad. Speed is definitely better than it was with Ammonite. And but our special is kind of garbage, and we are water type, so we do have to use water moves like Surf and Bubble Beam and things like that, and even Ice Beam. But what's really going to be our bread and butter is attack. So we do get a move later that really boosts our attack, and we get some pretty solid physical moves. So attack stat will probably be the one we lean in the most, but we do have to have that coverage. So hopefully our special, we can mitigate that with some vitamins. And defense is 90, so not quite as good as Ammonite, but pretty good. And our HP is 30, so HP it's low, but it's a stat you can kind of don't have to worry about if you're just hitting hard and you don't get hit very often and you're outspeed. So we'll see how that outcome happens. But at level 40 we do evolve into Kabutops. Kabutops has 60 HP, 115 attack, 105 defense, 70 special, and 80 speed. So pretty decent speed. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. So speed is okay. Special gets a pretty good boost to 70, and we can do things to make that better by using vitamins, like I said. But attack and defense are definitely our bread and butter. Not quite as high on defense as Ammonite and Amistar, but pretty good. And attack at 115. So we're going to hit pretty hard, and we got some really good moves that coincide with that. And we got 60 HP, so our HP actually doubles when we evolve, so that's not too bad. And a lot of Pokemon this late in the game have that pretty similar health. 60, 65 seems to be pretty consistent for every Pokemon of the last like 50 we've played through as. So, let's go ahead and go on to the moveset of this Pokemon. So we start off with Scratch. Scratch is a 40 base power move, 100% accurate. Not stab or anything, but it does work well with our physical attack stat. Harden is a move that boosts our defense by a stage. So our defense is already pretty good, so I don't know how useful this is, but it will help us with the badge boost early if we need it. However, we're not going to use this long term, and we'll go over that once we go over the TM moveset. Absorb is, I don't know why this Pokemon gets Absorb. We are water rock type, and we get a grass move for some ungodly reason, but nonetheless we get Absorb. 20 base power, 100% accurate. It replenishes our health, so whatever damage we deal back, we get half damage we deal, half of it we get back in health. And at level 39 we get Slash. Now we gotta wait till level 34 to get Absorb, so I don't know how useful that move is going to be, or other moves we can grab. Now when we play through as Kabutops in the future, Absorb is actually a move we start the game with. Absorb, Harden, and Scratch. So that wouldn't be the worst thing ever, because you'd have it for a couple things in the game. But right now we're not going to get to level 34. And at level 39 we get Slash, 70 base power, 100% accurate. It has a very high critical hit rate. It almost crits every time. So we'll use that for a little bit for sure, but we'll probably have a more powerful, more consistent move that will work well with our badge boosting rather than being like critical hit all the time. So I might keep it just to have both, but eventually Slash will kind of phase itself out. Leer at 44, it's kind of pointless. It really doesn't help late in the game. You take a turn to use Leer, you might as well just take a turn and boost your own stats and make it so you have to use that Leer against every opposition if you're going to use the Leer strategy. So, and level 49 we get Hydro Pump. I don't like this move, I've explained it before. It's 120 base power, 80% accuracy, 180 with stab. So it's very powerful when it hits, but the problem is it doesn't hit very often. In my last video with Ammonite, I have the footage if anyone ever wants to see it. That move really feels like it's about it says 80. It feels like 50%. And you only have 5 power points, so you could literally lose half your power points just trying to do the attack one time and miss 2, and now you're down to 2 power points. There are PP ups in the game, but I'd rather spend them on moves so I can, have longevity, rather than just like get through one battle. So that's the level up moveset. Not very broad. I think if you had to win the game with this, you could keep Harden, get rid of Leer, Absorb, Slash, and Hydro Pump could get you through the game. And then Harden for your badge boost. But we don't have to do that because we have a pretty nice TM moveset. So top to bottom, we start with Razor Wind. Why we start with Razor Wind, we get Razor Wind, I have no idea. We're not a flying type. I don't know. I have no ungodly reason why we get Razor Wind. It's a garbage move anyway. We're not going to use it. But I don't know why we get Razor Wind. Swords Dance. We do get Swords Dance. Swords Dance will up our... That's the badge boosting move right there. That's going to change the complexity of this game. So Swords Dance is a move that ups your attack stat by 2 stages and does the badge boost glitch. So very useful. We get that right after Pokemon Tower. We can go right into Silphco and get it. So that will be useful. Mega Kick we will probably not use, but it's good to have a really powerful physical move where you really need one late and we're in a pinch. But we probably won't because we have better moves. Toxic is not a strategy I plan on using with this Pokemon, so I'm not going to go over it. Body Slam, however, 85 base power, 100% accurate. It works extremely well with our physical attack stat. And the fact that we can badge boost, and this would be our bread and butter, makes this Pokemon very dangerous for the mid to late game. Takedown and Double Edge are 2 moves that are a little bit more... They're both a little bit more powerful than Body Slam, but with their recoil, it's not really worth it to me, and especially with Takedown, it has very low accuracy, so we're not going to deal with either one of those. Now, Water Gun and Bubble Beam are 2 moves we're going to add just for some type diversity. Water Gun and Bubble Beam give us the ability to get by other rock Pokemon very easily, and it's just a more powerful attack. Now, our special's not great, so it's not going to be overpowered, but it is a stab move as well. So, like, Bubble Beam is 65 base power, 100% accurate. With stab, it's about 98 base power, so very powerful. It's just our special isn't as powerful, so it wouldn't be like it was with Almanite. Okay, Water Gun will get slightly before that, 40 base power, 100% accurate, 60 with stab, and like I said, works with our special, so it's not the greatest, but it does give us diversity. And this is the kind of the upside to this Pokemon compared to Almanite, and I'll go over this for a second. Almanite only had Water Gun until either it got Body Slam or it leveled up and got Horn Attack. Okay, from this Pokemon, as much as Scratch is not very good, we do get diversity in our moveset because we didn't start with Water Gun, we started with Scratch. That's going to affect us when it comes to the first gym. But after that, it's not going to affect us as much because we're going to have the ability to hit with physical and with special and have a little bit more move diversity to maneuver through the late early to mid game. So, yeah, we also get access to Ice Beam and Blizzard. Those are common. We're definitely going to use that in Elite 4. A 95 base power with Ice Beam. Blizzard's 120 base power, but it's slightly less accurate at 90% rather than 100%. Very powerful, and like I said, it makes one gym leader, Elite 4 member obsolete. And with Swords Dance, it's going to be very easy to steamroll through one of them. Hyper Beam, we're not going to use, but we could use if we wanted to. But it does work well with our physical stat. I just don't like the propensity to have to recharge if we don't knock it out. That leaves us vulnerable. Submission and Seismic Toss. Now, I'm not going to fall privy to the last time. Last time I thought Seismic Toss, great. I can get by some trainers using Seismic Toss. Nope, that is just for Kabutops. So Kabuto does not have access to Submission or Seismic Toss until we level up to level 40, and by then it's kind of pointless for Seismic Toss. But need not fret. We're going to use that whenever we do Kabutops playthrough without having to wait for the evolution. We're going to start off with Kabutops, see how we play through. Rage is not going to be used. Mimic, if we need to get another move and we don't have access to one, we can mimic a move. Like for example, Recover's been like a very common strategy I've used in the Elite 4. I can also mimic Psychic if need be, if we need some move diversity, whatever. So there's tons of different things I can do with Mimic. Double Team is not allowed. Reflect I'm not going to use. Bide might be used for like a minute, help us get through a battle or something. Skull Bash won't use. I hate this move. 100% accurate, 100 power, but it's 2 turns. It takes forever to do. I hate it. Rest may be used. Rest has been pretty useful lately. I've found some really good strategies. I now see why other YouTubers use it so much. But yeah, it could be a useful move. Substitute can also be useful, but I haven't used it yet. Cut, I've never used in a playthrough. I'm probably not going to. And then Surf, if we really want to just lean into this attack stat, Surf would be there, but the problem with Surf is once you add it, you can't remove it. It's a HM, not a TM, and in Gen 1 there's no move deleters. You don't get that till Gen 2, and in some gens, any move you ever have, you can just relearn it at like a Poke Center or something, but we can't do that. So looking at this, we have a very specific move set. When you look at it, I don't think any of our level up moves will make it to the Elite Four. I think maybe Slash will get just there, but then we'll replace it. So we got Sword Stance, looking at Body Slam. I'd say Ice Beam. So that's a Sword Stance, Body Slam, Ice Beam, and then maybe Mimic, or maybe we find another move to stay in there. Maybe Slash stays along for a while. I don't know, but we'll see. So we definitely have a broad move set, and we have a plan for the Elite Four. Let me know what you think. What should I use in the Elite Four? And let's move on to the rules. Very quickly, we are only allowed to lose primary Pokemon in battle. Can't use any other Pokemon. We can use them for HMs or the catch Pokemon for HMs. Running clock, 3 exceptions of 10 Church's Gym. 2 is Celadon City. When we get there, we can pause the timer, sell some stuff, buy some stuff. And 3 is if we need to buy a move from the Rocket Game Corner, we can pause the timer for that. No glitches or exploits are allowed in this playthrough except for the badge boost, and no items in battle. And I've gotten loose on Ethers because that counters my negligence. It's not about like trying to win a battle. It's about not trying to punish the Pokemon and ruin its time because I was negligent. Okay. Also, while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is a channel run by one person, so any kind of liking, subscribing, commenting really is appreciated because it helps the YouTube algorithm. So let me know what you think, and please like, share, subscribe. And then my socials are on the screen as well: JD's Nerdverse and JD's _nerd_verse. Let's go back to the main screen. So early game's gonna be a little bit longer than it was in Ammonite. Now I keep comparing Ammonite because these are the only 2 fossil Pokemon you get in Gen 1. The other one's Old Amber, technically it's a fossil Pokemon. But these 2 you literally have side by side, you gotta pick one. Dome Fossil, Helix Fossil, okay? So I compare Ammonite all the time to this one. So Ammonite got the game finished in about 1 hour and 17 minutes. Do I think this Pokemon can do better? I think it can do better. And the reason why I think it can do better is because it has a more balance of attack and physical and special early. Because it's going to have a little bit more move diversity, I think we can get through some parts of the game a little bit earlier, a little bit better. So for example, one of the grass trainers that walled us off, I could potentially use a physical damaging move, use Harden, and I might be able to knock her out faster than using Water Gun. So, and my attack stat is higher, and my attack move is not going to be resisted, whereas my water move that was special and highly boosted by my special because it's more powerful and a stab move, it was resisted by Oddish. So I think possibly having a physical damaging move might get us through that, whereas it didn't get us through that because we didn't have a much move diversity with Ammonite and Amistar early. Now, middle of the game, I think it's going to be about the same. And the problem is Brock's gym was very fast with Ammonite. It's not going to be that fast with Kabuto. We only have a normal move. We do have a badge boosting move. I'm sorry, we do have another move that counters Bide. So that might be what our saving grace is. But the question is, do we outspeed? I don't know the answer to that. And yeah, so really what's going to add time, and we got to make up that time, is Brock's gym. That's really going to be the question there. But I think we can get this done between an hour and 15, hour and 25 minutes. I'm giving myself a little window there where we could beat Ammonite and Amistar, but it's going to have to be, we have to play catch up. And that one trainer walled us off for a good 10 to 12 minutes with Ammonite. I don't know if that trainer is going to do the same thing here. We will get more use out of Body Slam than Ammonite did because we have higher attack stat than Ammonite. We have similar defense, but our special's not as good. But that's not going to be a problem because when we need our special later in the game, it will come in handy that we can use vitamins, carbs, calcium, so on and so forth to mitigate that. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. How long do you think this will take? Does this Pokemon look like a bug to you? Let me know. Yeah, the playthrough for this will be out on Friday. So let me know what you think. And have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.